Drink it in, drink it in, drink it in, man.
It is picked up by the Lions. Coming back right side, 25. Picks up a block at the 30. It's at the 40.
Drink it in, drink it in. Drink it in, drink it in, drink it in, man.
Rolls to the right. Stafford throws deep. Got a man out there. Enzo. Caught. Touchdown, Detroit Lions. Stafford!
Drink it in, drink it in.
Touchdown, Detroit Lions! Cornbread.
Drink it in, drink it in, drink it in, man.
Detroit Koolaid drinkers. It's Wednesday on the Detroit Koolaid Cast. This is where you come for your Lions talk Wednesdays, and we got a show on Friday as well. You can also catch me on my other podcast, which is called Believe, BLEAV, and Lions, where I'm talking Lions. I mean, 3 Lion shows a week. The Lions are, they're the talk of the town right now. Everybody's hype about them. We're going to talk all about them today. But I got a special guest on. This guy's been on the show before. He's got some strong takes. Me and him like to get into some arguments. We like to laugh. Most of all, we like to talk football. But if there's just one word that I could describe this guy, what's like a word that would just sum this guy up? Maybe just like a few letters, just something short and simple. What could that be, I wonder? Let me think about it for a minute. I got it. I got the word for this guy. Here he is. Welcome back to the show. You know who he is. I'll just say the word. You'll know who he is.
Bro.
Oh my goodness. The king of all bros, Stefan, is back on the Koolaid Cast to drink some Honolulu Blue flavor, buddy. How you doing this week? You ready to chop it up or what?
I'm ready to chop it up. I appreciate the extra special intro. I'm not going to lie. I'm sitting here broning out, drinking a nice ice cold White Claw, getting ready to, do some laundry. Just feeling extra special tonight. Ready to talk some Lions.
Oh my goodness, you're really the only, I think you're the second guy on the Koolaid Cast to have his own music. My buddy Chuck Dog used to come on, we talked fantasy football, and he said, if I come on the show, I need Hulk Hogan music when I come in, and so I hooked him up with Real American a few times, and then he fell off the table on me, and I can't track him down anymore. But yeah, man, you're coming strong with the music every week, and strong with these Lions opinions, so let's pull your theme down. And let's get right into this, bro. There's been a lot of topics that I've been talking about the last couple weeks on different shows. And like when I have you and some other buddies or different people on, we got Joey from the Believe Podcast Network that comes on. I get Logan Lamrandier from Sports Illustrated. But when I have like you and Chops and some of my other buddies on here, I like to just get your opinions on maybe either some stuff I already talked about or maybe you think differently than me. So we're just going to get into some things that are on the Lions fans' mind this week, as well as just some of the hot topics. So, as we often do, we don't mess around on the Koolaid Cast. Hold on. Let me fill up everybody's glass before we get going.
Drink it in, man.
Little full glass to get you going, Stefan. And my first topic is DeAndre Swift. I like to call him D-Swizzle. This guy's getting a lot of talk in the media about DeAndre Swift, he might be a number 2 to Jamal Williams. There's been this guy named Todd Gurley coming visiting Allen Park, and people are like, what do we need Todd Gurley for? We got these guys. Maybe DeAndre Swift's got concussions. I think one publication didn't even have him in the top 32 RBs in the game. Like, where you at with number 32 on the Detroit Lions? And that's DeAndre Swift, the second-year running back out of Georgia.
I hear a lot, from all different directions, D-Swizzle. He's going to come in hot. It's going to be his breakout season, You hear those injury concerns. I get it. But, I think what had to happen last year was, a win now mentality from, Patricia and Quinn. And they had Old Faithful and AP coming in playing well. But, Swift, with his growing pains, with that big drop, that big drop against the Bears was maybe a bit of a mental break for him, but he still had 10 touchdowns, showed promise not only as a running back, but, catching balls out of the backfield. I think he's definitely going to be our number one going into the season. It's his position to lose. I've heard not only Dan Campbell, but Deuce Staley talk highly of him. So it's his position to lose. And I think he's got some good support pieces in Jamal and, some of their rookie back and whatnot. But man, it's his breakout year. That's what I'm sticking with.
Okay. I like that. I guess I've always been a fan, even in college. And then when the Lions took him, I was real hype. Everybody heard on this show. You can go back and hear it in the archives. I did a live show that second round of the draft, and Swizzle was one of my top names. When they took him, I went crazy. I was excited for, just like you said, the run game, the pass game. One thing I really love about Swift is just how humble the guy is. Like every time I see his interviews, he's very Barry-like, where his answers are short, even like how Golladay was with the media. Short, confident, humble, team player, all those things you look for. And like you said, this guy, he ran it, caught it. He always looked like he belonged every time he's out on the field. And was he used as much as he should have been? Maybe not. But when he was out there, man, he was cutting up fools with crossovers. He was catching it and getting upfield, jumping over fools. 10 touchdowns is no joke as a rookie. So I'm like really high on him, both on and off the field. But I guess I have some concerns on just how he's going to be used and is he going to get the football enough? So you seem pretty confident that even with Jamal and even if they brought in, I've been a proponent of Todd Gurley as well. I've traded for Swift in a ton of fantasy leagues, but I'm like, hey, bring in Todd Gurley too. That just gives us one more running back that's got reps in the NFL, has some pedigree. I don't need him to carry it 30 times, but hey, if we get an injury and Todd Gurley's knees haven't fallen off, would I like him in there? Yeah, I wouldn't mind it. So, I'm all about that. And Stefan, I got to correct you on one thing. I think you snuck in the word Dan Campbell. You know when you come on the Koolaid Cast, can you please use his government, would you? You know his government name, right?
Hey, man, bro, I apologize. Dan freaking Campbell, if you're listening out there, I'm sorry, bro. My bad. Never happen again.
Dan Campbell, you know what he thinks about you calling him just straight up Dan Campbell without the freaking? You want to know how he feels?
Let me know.
You've had enough of that.
Yeah, he's tired of people just calling him Dan Campbell.
You've had enough of that.
It's Dan freaking Campbell because of this.
We're going to bite a kneecap off. We're going to smile at you. We're going to take your other kneecap. We're going to smile at you. And when we do, we're going to take another hunk out of you. We're going to be the last one standing. All right? That's going to be the mentality.
I try to fit it in every show. It's funny every time. It's awesome. Dan Campbell's a legend. He hasn't even coached a game. If he puts up W's, look out, Detroit. This guy's going to have a key to the city. Man. So,
oh, my God. Yeah, the energy will be insane. Everything's going to be... he'll be like the mayor of the city come 2030. I swear.
So I know I did a lot of yakking, but I want to just throw this at you about Swift. So we've seen a lot of second round running backs come in here. Whether it be Kevin Smith or Kevin Jones or Javid Best or Carry On. and like all these guys have faded off into the sunset. They might show a few flashes and then they don't make plays. Now, I think Swift's got better pedigree than that, but is there any worry within you that's just like, man, we could be real hype on this guy and then maybe the injuries catch up to him or he doesn't play the way we all expect? Is that in your mind at all or no?
I only concern I have is simply injury based. The guy stays healthy. Like I said, he has the pedigree. He's got the raw talent. I think he has the right mentality. Like I said, the ego is not going to be a problem. We got to use him properly, of course. Like you referred to not too long ago there. Again, the guy can be an every down back. You can also, like you mentioned too, bring in Todd Gurley, let him pound the rock around the goal line. He's a big, strong dude. Maybe save a few big hits from Swift, but. Other than some of those injury concerns, I'm really high. I really do think this is his breakout year, and we're going to rely on him, and it's going to be a nice 1-2 punch with him and Jamal back there, and I'm looking forward to it.
So, in summary, what you're saying is you like DeAndre Swift, bro.
Bro, all day, every day, bro.
All right, I like it. All right, let's keep it moving, man. The Lions like rookies, and there's this whole rule this year where you can wear any kind of number you want. It's like back in elementary school where they just throw out the big pile of jerseys and then you try to go find your favorite number and you can wear it, I guess, in the NFL now. Well, before I even get into it, what's your thoughts on like linebackers wearing 11 and wideouts wearing single digits, and you got, rush players wearing 50s or like, they're not in the 90s, the big boys in the middle. Like, what's your overall thoughts on these crazy number switches? You like it? Is it swaggy or is it just dumb?
I mean, I'm kind of indifferent about it. If the players like it, it makes them happy. I'm all for it. I'm more interested in the Akuda number switch. Hopefully, a fresh start for him is, a sign of good things to come. I think he's at 23 now, so maybe some of the MJ Jumpman swag is going to come off, and he'll look like an actual NFL athlete this year. But hey, if big man wants to wear one, receivers want to wear some funky stuff, man, more power to you. Just not for the not fun league. Let them have some fun.
Bro, that Jordan callback, gotta love it.
That was amazing, bro.
I didn't even really think about it, but if he goes Jordan Jumpman and starts rocking that and making plays, that'd be huge. I do like him in the 23. Now here's the thing with me, man. When I played, which was back in the streets of Dayton, Ohio, we're playing on concrete, taking out fools. Just like I kind of did on the hardwood, on the courts in the streets, in the alleyways. You know what I mean? Like we straight up go street versus street football, and if you got tackled, there was gonna be some blood coming up. Like when I did that, man, I was all about the swag too. Like I love 21. 21's always been my number. I used to rock the bandana like I was Dion. I'd just get out and lock you up at the corner. Like, I think there's something to be said with numbers. I know there's these guys on the Draft Network as well as a couple other podcasts I listen to where right when the rookies get picked, they look and see what numbers they get. Because if you're a running back and they give you like 47, 46, you're up in like 38, it's going to be, might be a short run for you. You might need to get that application working at the old bowling alley. But if you get 32, 28, some of these swaggy numbers at running back, or if you're a corner and they put the 1 or the 21 or some of these numbers on you, like say the 23 is nice. You're a linebacker, they give you 55. You're sitting pretty. So I think there's something to be said with numbers. I think they can tell you a lot. And now that they're all crazy, like it's just going to be weird watching the NFL, seeing, like I said, 11 playing linebacker, or, we got, let's throw a Lions guy at you. Number 6 for Tyrell Williams. I hate this number for Tyrell. I think it looks ridiculous. It's kind of that Lions font too that I don't like, but 6, that's not a good receiver number in my book, and not in the NFL.
Hey, man, he ain't 81, Calvin. He ain't 84, Herman Moore. Whatever he's got to do to, make himself different, stand out. Let the guy do what the guy's got to do, bro. But, like I say, hey, teach their own. I mean, maybe it's one of your diehard little, weird things you got to live up to. But, us just Detroit sports fans, we just like to see quality sports, bro. Whatever number you got to throw at us, just win the game.
All right. Well, like I said, I don't like Tyrell's number. Here's one for you, too. I want to get your opinion on this. The big boy, Aleem McNeil, big nose tackle. He's a penetrator. Seems like he could be a Detroit fan favorite. He's playing in the trenches right in the middle of the defense and the front line, but he's rocking 54. As I said on a previous show, 54. I mean, we all know who wore that number before. It just seems weird on the big fella. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's weird. It's something you grew up. I mean, you probably paying attention to. I think once I see him, the actual on screen, in person, is probably gonna look a lot, even more weird. I'll probably fall in line more with your take, but I mean, like I said, I just want to see the freaking scoreboard, bro. Like that's the number that I care about. Let's see some W's, man.
I'm totally with you there. That's where we need to see those letters, not those numbers. But let's stay on these numbers for a minute. You mentioned Okudah. I think that's a great switch from 30 to 23. Slay made that switch. Really seemed to work out well. 23 is a swaggy number for a corner. I think there's no reason that Jeff Okudah can't bounce back, not only with that number, with this new coaching staff. So I'm really looking forward to that. What do you think about 55 for our new linebacker, Derek Barnes? And like the talk is, man, he can run sideline to sideline. He's got everything you look for in a linebacker. You got to like that number and that football player.
Oh yeah, I mean it's a solid number. It's a solid outlook for the man's there. Like I said, I mean we need someone with speed. We haven't had a linebacker to go sideline to sideline in God knows how long. I mean
since DeAndre Levy.
We're long overdue. It's going to be nice seeing the fives run across the board.
Gosh, I'll never forget that. Probably 6-8 years ago now, DeAndre Levy taken in the third round, became a beast. We paid him a boatload. I don't think he ever played a game after the ink dried on that contract with DeAndre Levy. It was ridiculous. Like he went from incredible linebacker to never playing another down in the NFL. Like I don't know what even happened. Nobody even really knows. He had some freak injury. But I mean, let's give Derek Barnes credit on the name too. I mean, what a first name. I mean, just genius, I think, from the name to the number to the player. I mean, this guy's going to be something, I must say.
I'm a sucker for number 16. It's done my family well. NAIA Player of the Year, Madonna University. Honorable mention All-American Kelly Trapwitz. Showing some love to my sister there for the sports we show them that name.
Shout out.
But hey, got to give her love. It's going to be weird not seeing number 9 in the lineup. Just simply a number 9 under center. It's going to look weird, but I'm looking forward to seeing what number 16 can do. That's I like the switch, and I like some of the pieces they're putting around big 16 there. So.
That's a good call by you. That's definitely a new number here in the quarterback position. I'm really excited we can see lots of haters out there, lots of people putting him at the bottom couple in quarterbacks. I mean, I think he's easily going to outperform that. Is he going to be up in the top 15, top 12? That's TBD for me. But yeah, man, I'm all behind 16. There's been a lot of love on Twitter too. Speaking of the name of Derek Barnes, my name, you can find me on Twitter at Derek Okrie, the right spelling, DEREK OKRIE. Shout me out, tweet me out. Let's talk some football, some Lions football, some fantasy football there. And like you say, everybody on there is like saying, man, what's all this love for Matt Stafford? He plays for the Rams now. Jared Goff's our quarterback. It kind of gets me fired up that people are kind of rallying behind Jared Goff, even though there's still people that just are just going to always love Matt Stafford and root for him to win a Super Bowl. It's like, what about us? I want to win a Super Bowl. Somebody actually put a poll out. Would you rather have Matt Stafford win a Super Bowl or the Lions win a playoff game this year? It's like, what? What kind of question is that? I mean, it's so simple. I mean, nobody's going to take the Lions, like, we're not winning like a home playoff game and say, oh, I hope number 9 does well. I hope he wins. No, like, if he does well, great, but we're not picking that over our Lions, like shocking the world and getting a home playoff game at Ford Field. Come on now.
Yeah, man. Like, if you take a look, shoot, if the freaking Rams are great, that's just a worse draft pick for us. Like, these fans need to put put their love in check, man. I swear.
Exactly. You got to rep the D over everything else. Like, sure, we don't want the guy to go out there and play like a bum, and we hope he wins, but like, we're still repping Detroit here, man. We're rooting on our team. Come on now. All right, I got a couple other numbers for you. We'll take our break for our sponsor. Number 75. That's Big Denim, Levi, Onzarike. Like, it's usually kind of 75. That's more of like an offensive tackle type number, maybe an interior guard. The big fella on the defensive side of the ball rocking a 7.5. What do you think?
Hey, man, I'm just hoping to hear a lot of 75s, get behind the O-line and pressing the quarterback. If he could wear, 7, he could wear 5, he could wear 75. I don't give a damn. Let's see the big man just dominate there, and I'll be happy, bro.
Bro, you're ruining the segment. We're talking numbers, and you don't care about any of these numbers. Now, I've already deemed him Big Denim. His name is Levi, so I'm here Googling what are the Levi numbers that are good on the old jeans there. I mean, you got the 501s, the 505s, the 510s, 513, slim fits. I mean, like, maybe he could have worked that into his gimmick. Maybe he could have, like, comboed a couple of those numbers. We're talking about the jeans, the Levi, no?
You should have been, should have brought that up on your, season ticket, special phone call. Told Dan freaking Campbell, hey, I got some suggestions. Let me talk to Levi real quick. Let me tell this guy what's up. But hey, there's always next year, bro. Always next year.
All right. Yeah, definitely, man. Like, say 75, he's killing quarterbacks. I don't care what his number is or what jeans he's wearing or what. Like, just make plays. So
skinny jeans, low cut. I don't give a
damn. Now we got to talk about Iffy. That's the new corner that we got. Iffy Melifonwu. Woo! I see this guy in the uniform, the shorts, the T-shirts at these practices, and dude looks like a ball player, man. He's long, he's lean, he looks like he can play football. I mean, I'm thinking I'm going to put him at corner. I can move him around at safety, too. He's rocking the 26. That's a great corner and safety type number. Reading into the numbers, man, I'm telling you, I think this kid's going to be a player. I really do.
And hey, I'm not opposed to that take. Like I said, there are times where you got to take the number for what it is, and some of the history it brings along with it. Like I said, Slay turning 23, showed some promise. You see some just, you always got those just primetime receivers in the old days, 80, 81, running backs, Barry 20, Emmett 22, even though he's the most overrated running back in the history of running backs. But anyway, it's just nice to have those solid players, those solid numbers, who your players are going to be just based on that alone. So a little extra confidence.
Who'd you call most overrated? I missed that hot take by you. What was that?
Emmitt Smith, man. He's the most overrated running back in the history of ever. He's a Hall of Fame and staying healthy. Like, what? Let's just move on. I swear to God, bro. It's a joke.
Stefan, Emmitt Smith being a better overall talent and running back than Barry Sanders? I mean, come on.
No chance. That's what you got.
Oh, no chance. Let's put that argument to bed right now here on the Koolaid Cast. Man, I love you just coming after Emmett out of nowhere, though. I gotta love that. That's good stuff.
He still gets way too much love, man. I can't. I can't.
It's like before my day as a football fan, but when I see highlights, didn't he do that thing too where he just take his helmet off every time? Like, come on, man. Nobody's. I know you're trying to get your mug out there, but who does that? You can't be just taking off your helmet every time you find the end zone. That's ridiculous. Listen, hand the ball to the referee.
He was out and Dancing with the Stars, bro. Enough said.
Exactly.
Bruh.
All right, so I got those are basically the numbers. Like I say, there's some other ridiculous ones. There's one other one that drives me nuts, but 54 for Aleem McNeil, 75 for Big Denim, and 6 for Tyrell are going to be tough for me to stomach. Even St. Brown, 14 for wideout. I mean, that's a backup quarterback number, bro. Come on, man. Anyway, I'll get off my soapbox here, but. I like talking jersey numbers. I've done it on multiple shows. People are like, come on, man, get off this. I'm telling you, it matters. If you're a big defensive end and you get 91, you're a ball player. If they give you like 67, look out. You might be getting a pink slip in your locker before it's said and done, bro.
Bruh.
Hey, man, just another reason for you to buy some more jerseys, bro. Add to the collection.
When I saw Jamar Jefferson, our 7th rounder, get 28 as a running back, I mean, oh, baby. Where's my bit? Where's my sound bit?
Oh, baby.
I mean, gotta love that. Anyway, let's get off numbers here. Let's go ahead and take a break, get our sponsors in here. We come back, man. I got a rumor innuendo I want to talk to you about. A big signing, maybe a few signings that I want to get your thoughts on for the Lions. And we'll close this out with Michael Brockers because I got lots of questions I want to throw at you about him, too. The big old defensive tackle that we got from, guess what? The LA Rams. Everybody, we'll talk about it right when we come back. Detroit Koolaid drinkers, I am fired up. I am excited to tell you about one of our new great sponsors. Now, by now, Most of you have probably heard of Reality Sports Online, the powerful fantasy sports platform where owners get to build and manage their fantasy team like a real NFL general manager. But the question is, have you tried it? I mean, it's time to go see what the buzz in the Dynasty fantasy community is all about. Free agency, multi-year contracts, rookie drafts, multi-team trades, franchise tags, contract extensions, first-round rookie options, and so much more. Think it sounds complicated? It's not. The best thing about Reality Sports Online Fantasy Front Office is that it doesn't take any more time than a standard league. It just requires more strategy. Do you think you're among the fantasy elite? Well, this is the platform to test your mettle. Still not sure? You can test your general manager skills for free in a mock free agency auction. So here's what I need all you guys to do. Head over to Reality Sports Online. You'll hear me talk about it on the show and call it RSO. Head over to Reality Sports Online and check them out right now. What's going on, everybody? We are back from the break. I can't thank you enough for listening to the show today. I can't thank you enough for going to our sponsors, leaving us a positive review, hitting that subscribe button. It really helps the show. And it's always fun to have the king of all bros here on the show talking football. Bruh. Stefan, I got rumor and innuendo, man. I got stuff to talk to you about. I went on a rant on a previous show, but I want your opinion. Odell Beckham to Detroit. Make a trade. Make him the number one receiver. Everybody's saying we got no receivers. Go get Odell for a couple years and let him run loose here in the D. Is it a fit? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Does he have anything left? Is he a diva? Is he just been hurt a lot? Where are you at with this guy? Odell to the Detroit Lions.
I mean, bro, he's definitely a diva. I mean, whatever, but a lot of good players are divas. I could give two craps about that. I mean, I think he's got some life left. I mean, the dude is a ball player for sure. I mean, his ego, his antics are a little out of control. But at the same time, he needs to be the number one option for him to be happy. He would definitely be the focal point here. I'm not mad about it. Sure, if we landed him, let ourselves give ourselves a chance to build up the depth around him. Let the man run. Let him run wild. Let him be the focal point of the offense. As far as wide receivers go, and I think that will actually allow him to just be a better fit and not cause drama because. Who else are we going to throw it to? I mean, some rookies and second-year players. So, I mean, honestly, I don't think it's going to happen, but I wouldn't mind seeing it.
See, I hate that we always got to say that. It's not going to happen. It's probably, but I wouldn't mind it. Like, what about when they actually make one of these moves and it works out? Like, to me, Odell's on the cusp right now of just like having a couple down years due to injury. Like, let me ask you this. When's the last time he really showed out and created issues? Anytime recently that you can remember?
I mean, there was a little bit of beef with him and Baker, but at the same time, I will, let me go back. Because the fact that he did go to Cleveland, shoot, I mean, if he's going to go to Cleveland, he might as well go to Detroit. So I got to be a little more optimistic about that whole, situation. Stop with the same old Lions nonsense. So, props for calling that out, bro. Props.
And it's not, I had to get you with the Dan Campbell government. If you're going to mention the quarterback for Cleveland, it goes something like this. Baker Mayfield. That's how you got to say it. I mean, he prefers it that way rather than the way that you put it out there. And to me, there's no beef with him and Odell. Odell hasn't, acted up since he went after the kicking net in New York, which was about 5+ years ago. I mean, this guy wants the football. As you said, he'll get it in Detroit. When's the last time the Lions had a must-see talent? You know what I mean? We've had all these ho-hum, middle-of-the-road guys. Everyone, Matt Stafford's the best. I mean, when he's the best guy you got, the best athlete, the best overall player, that's why we had issues the last few years, in my opinion. Good quarterback, but how about we get some athletes on the outside? How about we get some excitement? How about we get somebody that, I don't know, people want to pay to come watch play the game? I mean, Odell fits all those to me.
Calvin Johnson, he's been talking to Brad Holmes. He's been talking to your boy Dan Frank Campbell. Hey, he's got some life left. Put him out there. Shoot, let's go. Hey, the man is money.
You should know by now that I've done many a Calvin rants here on the show. I'm not going to go into a 10-minute diatribe, but the fact that he's back in the fold, he got his couple $1,000,000. I mean, this guy's not suiting up anytime soon. You're not going to see him at the alumni outings. I mean, he quit on his teammates. I have no love for the guy, and he has no love for football. So it's even, in my opinion. But you know, to me, Odell does love the game. He also does love the ball. So get him the ball and let him play the game, and he'll be a happy camper. And I'm talking about a 3rd-round pick. I'm not talking about like a first or all these high value. I'm talking about a 3rd-rounder either this year or the following year. Get him in here and just let him run wild. That's what I'm talking about. So you seem pretty optimistic. The big name right now is Julio Jones. Guy's 32 years old. Falcons are definitely going to deal him probably in the next day or two. Are you a fan of Julio at his age and production? And would you be willing to give, I don't know, a 2nd-rounder to get Julio in here? Do you think that's not a good fit?
I mean, I've always been a Julio fan, so as far as, the numbers and the draft capital, all that goes, I mean, I'll leave that to smarter people. But personally, yeah, I'll give a 2nd-rounder, a late 2nd-rounder. Not only is his playmaking ability going to show out, but like he's a good leader. He's a good teammate. You never hear anything bad about Julio. So I would love to see the man in the Honolulu Blue.
See, this is where I got to step in on you, man, because like you said, smarter people than you. Well, there's one right here talking to you. So, the reason you don't go after Julio, man, 32 is kind of that back nine. Now, he is a ball player. There's no question. But Odell's about, 4 or 5 years younger, 26, 27 type years old, maybe heading towards 28. That's still 4 or 5 years younger than Julio's going to be before you know it. You said late 2nd-rounder. I mean, you do know, Stefan, that you don't get to pick where you pick in the 2nd round. Like, I doubt the Lions are going to be picking at the bottom couple picks. They're going to be up at the top. So it's going to be a heavy price to pay for a player like that. Julio also said he wants to win. And even though I drink that Detroit Koolaid and I'm all about these Lions, I don't know that this is going to be the year. We'll be stacking up tons of W's or winning Super Bowls. So I doubt Julio is going to want to come here and just catch a bunch of footballs, ride off into the sunset. He also wants more money, new contract. So you're going to have to pay him more than his 15, 16 million, where Odell, I think, is in like the 10, 11, 12, wherever he's at on an average basis. So the money's better. He's younger. Odell's more athletic, in my opinion. He's more must-see, and it's a better situation. So I would definitely go the Odell route over the Julio for so many reasons that I just laid out. Are you still going to say you want Julio in here, or did I sell you on it?
No, I mean, listen, I would never say I want Julio over Odell, but I mean, I'm just saying, hey, listen, the dude brings a little bit of, life with him still, but you know what? You made a good point. I'm going to leave it at that.
Bruh. Like, you just can't love everybody, bro. Bruh. You can't bring in everybody, bro. Bruh. Some bros. Bruh. You got to just let them walk, and Julio can go play in San Fran, Seattle. Who else is after this cat? Probably go to New England. He can go all those places, but not Detroit. But OBJ, that would be very entertaining, very fun. I hate to say it won't happen, but like you say, they're just in this rebuild. All these nerds I listen to. I really think we need to focus on the draft capital. I really think that he's a little bit injury prone. I got to listen to all this stuff. It's like all these arguments. Like, yeah, he's been hurt. So have a whole bunch of other players in the league. Yeah, we do want to not give away all our draft picks, but we're talking about a 3rd-rounder at most. So all these stupid arguments people make, it's like, even if the Lions are in a rebuild, you can still go after people and still make some noise. Like, I don't know, this next guy that we're going to talk about, his name's Michael Brockers, big old defensive tackle, man. They went out, they got this guy, they redid his deal. He's an interior player. He was a highly drafted guy. He's been in the league probably 7+ years now, whatever it is. He's no young fella, but he's still got some years left. I've heard a couple interviews with him. I love his leadership. I love the way he talks. Nasty guy. Could be one of those guys that just fits right in, becomes a real Detroit type guy, both in the community and on the football field. But they went and got him, so they're not just going bare bones across the board. They want to win ball games. They want to entertain. They want to get this fan base rejuvenized. So what have you thought? You got any opinions on Michael Brockers either as a player, or do you think he'll live up to expectations, or maybe be a guy that, man, he talks a good game, he looks good, but he comes here and just doesn't give you what they were looking for overall?
No, I mean, I'm high on the guy, bro. Like, I think the fact that the Rams, they showed a lot of interest in him, and the fact that their cap room just didn't have enough room for him and the team, so It wasn't like they were over him. I mean, the dude's got plenty of years left in him. I mean, again, we don't need him to be like Aaron Donald by any means, but the fact you said he brings the leadership, he was a multiple-time team captain with the Rams, so he's going to bring that presence to the locker room. He's going to bring versatility. I think he can play inside and outside, get after the quarterback in a lot of different ways. So, those things being said enough, that alone will be enough for him to be worth the contract and bringing him in. And I think, he's going to be, called on a little bit more than he was in St. Louis. So a little bit more energy behind him, a new contract like he wanted. So, I mean, it's a win-win across the board. So I'm happy about it. We'll leave it at that.
Bro, St. Louis.
Bruh.
Oh, whatever. Hey, man, listen.
Bruh.
The White Claws hit me hard.
Hey, everybody, go watch Matt Stafford play for the St. Louis Rams, everybody.
Bruh.
Oh, you're only about a decade late, Stefan, on that one. I'm sure it was a slip up. I'm sure it was just one of those,
It's the greatest show on turf. That's all I care about, man. I'm living in the past, bro.
And I was about to give you credit for all that Kool-Aid you're serving up.
Drink it in, man.
With a triple side of cornbread.
Cornbread.
Because I love your optimism, man. One thing I love about the Kool-Aid Cast, I've always said this since I started it. Like, people can crush me if they want, be like, oh, man, you just always are repping the Lions. You're always liking this guy and that guy. You're always rooting on the team, and they always have, or the last few years they've struggled. It's like, you guys know what the name of the show is, right? It's called the Detroit Koolaid Cast, not the I hate the Lions cast, not I want to be right all the time cast. Not, it's just like we're trying to serve up that Detroit Kool-Aid and get people excited about this team and be optimistic, man. It's no fun when I listen to all these other Lion shows the worst for me is the beat reporters. These guys, all they do is write about football, show up to football practice, do a few interviews, a few on cameras, write a few articles. And all they can do is be negative on the team. Why? Because this team hasn't won before. So I guess they'll never win, right, Stefan? No, because the Cubs won and plenty of other teams have won that have never won before. Like, just because you haven't won really has no mitigating factor to what you're going to do moving forward. But we got a section of the Lions fan base and the media and the national reporters that just hate on the Lions because, one, they're just used to doing it. Two, they're just probably negative in their own personal lives all the time. And three, they think it's funny. And I'm here to just debunk all that with a big old glass of Honolulu Blue. I mean, Super Bowl flavor, baby.
Drink it in, man.
And I think that's why people love the show. They don't want to come on and hear somebody ho-hum about why the Lions are no good, or, well, they'll probably win 4 games, but I really hope they'll win 10. What? Just say they're going to win 10 and tell me why. Don't go ride both sides of the fence. I mean, let's mix it up here. Let's serve it up for the people. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you, bro. How about this? All those haters, y'all can ship out to St. Louis and you can make your own team. There's a whole lot to be filled there. So,
exactly.
Yeah, man, it's like same old nonsense. It's easy. It's not funny. It's just played out. Man, we got a whole new energy, a whole new passion, a whole new, just way of life around Detroit, man. It's 1 week closer. We're mini camps around the corner. It's time to get excited.
You heard Stefan. Go root on the St. Louis Rams, everybody. The Lions don't need you. We got Dan Miller, who loves the Lions.
Touchdown, Detroit Lions!
Exactly, Dan Miller. We got myself serving up Kool-Aid 2 times a week.
Drink it in, man.
We got people like Benny Blades that's always repping that one pride.
One pride.
Exactly, Benny Blades. I mean, who needs them? Go root on the St. Louis Rams, everybody. Go get a Pittsburgh Steelers jersey. Nobody cares if you're not rooting on Detroit. So, like you said, I'm excited about Michael Brockers as well. I'm also excited about this team, this whole new vibe that's going. I am looking forward to, we're 100 days away from football as we're recording here today, and can't get here soon enough, man. I can't wait to see the new quarterback. We got Swizzle in the backfield. We didn't even talk about TJ Hawkinson this week, but we'll be talking more about him as time goes on. I mean, could Odell come here? Could the Lions make a big deal for a safety, maybe a defensive stud to get everybody a little bit more excited? It could happen. It might happen. You don't know. And we got some big fellas up front that are ready to hunt. They're ready to eat. So, Stefan, man, I appreciate you coming on, serving it up for the people.
Drink it in, man.
I appreciate you.
It's always a pleasure, bro.
Pulling out that loaf of cornbread and eating a big old piece with your White Claw.
Cornbread!
And, yeah, man, really appreciate it. Thank you so much for coming on, talking Lions here on the Koolaid Cast.
Yes, sir. Always a pleasure, my brother.
No doubt. Everybody, hit that subscribe button. Share this with a friend. Say, hey, man, you know somebody that loves the Lions. You know somebody that wants to be positive. You want to drink that Detroit Kool-Aid. You come here Wednesday mornings, Friday mornings. Listen to some Lions talk. Good stuff. We'll be back Friday talking all things Detroit Lions right here on the Detroit Koolaid Cast. Take care, everybody. We're out.
Drink it in, drink it in, drink it in, man.
Pack the bag, start the plane. This game is over. It is over. What a comeback by the Lions.
Drink it in.